This call is being recorded.
Hello to everyone. My name is Rod Nips. Please state your name, where you're calling from.
I'm Vicky
This
Braddock.
is the Monday night testimonial call for MMF. If you'd like to state your name, please feel free to do so at this moment.
J. Rufus, Maryland.
Even though we got a lot of shy people tonight.
Texas, Donna Searing.
Call to be getting started in another 3 to 4 minutes. As you come on the call, please state your name and where you're calling from.
Can you hear me,
Donna.
Rodney? What?
Vicky, Texas.
For some reason, I can't hear anyone.
Yes, Dorsey on. Maryland.
Rod?
You guys don't go anywhere. I'm going to hang up and call back in. Give me 1 minute, please.
Where's mine? Gary, take them?
Oh,
I don't think so.
Hey, Donna. Hey, Donna.
What?
Donna.
What?
Okay. They are.
What?
hey,
No.
welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Hey, welcome to the call. My name is Rod Nips. We'll be conducting a testimonial call for the product MMF. You got some great testimonies that you guys will get to share with you tonight. We're so excited about this. And I promise we won't take much of your time. It may be 15 to 20 minutes. So if you'd like to send some message out to your team so they can hear these testimonies, you want to do so right now, please. Hey, please state your name, where you're calling from, by the way.
Norma from Atlanta.
Hey, Norma, welcome to the call.
Thank you.
Vicky Linda from Vic.
Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call.
Yeah,
Texas,
Linda from
Donna.
Texas.
Hey, welcome to the call.
Rodney, Liberty, Neverland.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. Once again, my name is Ann. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Sequoia Group Wellness Call powered by Engage in Global. And as you're going to hear this evening, a very exciting and powerful call. Now, as most of us already know, as we get older, we start to take a more serious look at our own health. Like, how can we turn back the clock? How can we wake up with that refreshed feeling every day that lasts throughout the day? And how can we energize our bodies to combat against the unhealthy forces that we constantly face on a daily basis? Well, look no further. This evening, you're going to hear an exciting call about a groundbreaking, unique product called Military Micronutrient Formulation, known as MMF. Now, this unique product contains powerful, natural ingredients that all work together to take our health to the next level. And it's truly making a significant difference in the health arena. But don't take my word for it. We're going to hear from some of our customers and partners that are experiencing tremendous results. And our first testimony, we're going to go to Georgia, and we're going to hear from a U.S. veteran, Mr. Maurice Norman. Maurice, can you hear me?
Yes, Ann, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Well, great. Again, thanks to you and Rodney for allowing me to share my story concerning the product. It's, earlier this year I got sick. Okay, I've as you said, I was former military, and over the years I've been out since 1987. Okay, and over the years I had never been sick. Throughout that time, I was in the military, and then even afterwards. And one of the biggest things is that I generally don't take any medications for anything. Every now and then, if I had a back pain or something like that, I would take some Tylenol, but that was rare. And so it was it was real unusual for early this year. Like I said, early in January, I started to get really sick and didn't know why or what was wrong. And I found myself, the first thing I noticed was I found myself extremely thirsty all the time. And no matter how much I drank, I was still thirsty, and my mouth was just dry all the time. And on top of that, I was going to the restroom, like every hour and hour because I was drinking so much liquids. And it turns out that wasn't the real reason why I was really going to the restroom so much. And then another symptom that I noticed was that my eyesight was going really bad. It got so bad to the point where it was like I was seeing white lights in my eyes all the time, just as if you were out driving at night and someone was driving from in the other lane coming your way and they had their high beam lights on. All you could see is that bright white light. That's what I was seeing. And what happened was, I became so sick that my wife ended up taking me to the emergency room. We didn't know what was wrong, and at that point, I didn't know anything that was going on. I was so unresponsive. It turns out that I was admitted into the emergency room with ketoacidosis. If you're not familiar with ketoacidosis, that is where you have extreme high levels of sugar in your bloodstream, and it's where your pancreas is not creating enough insulin to get the sugar into your into your bloodstream, and your kidneys can't process it. My kidneys had started to fail in that process, so I was extremely sick at that time. The normal blood sugar level for an average person is anywhere from 70 to 100. I was in the high 800, 900s. So my body was really shutting down because it just could not process all that sugar. Therefore, they diagnosed me as diabetic. Most people know 1 and 2, but it was I was diagnosed with a rare form, which is what they call 1.5 or 1.5. It's where I kind of cross between both sides of it. But anyway, I was admitted into the hospital, and once in the hospital, they gave me. I started having to take insulin shots 4 times a day, 1 before each meal, 1 at bedtime. And I was also on some pills, metformin, taking that twice a day. I was also doing Jardiance once in the morning. And then I had some other medications too. So again, it was tough for me to process all of this because 1, my body was sick. Secondly, now I'm introducing stuff into my body that I never had done before, medications. So it was hard to process it mentally and physically. But as time went on, I started to get used to it all. But the one thing that I wanted to do was I really wanted to get off of the insulin, of everything else, because, again, one of the biggest things is when you're trying to process your day, having to stop and take those shots, 4 times a day. You've got to constantly think about that so you don't miss it. And it was just, I was mentally struggling with that also. But as time went on, I got a call from Rodney telling me about this product that I had never heard of. And, he told me that it was something that was made for the military and everything. And so, again, I just said, hey, I may as well try it. So Rodney sent me a sample, and I started using it. And after the first couple of days that I started using it, I could tell there was a difference. One of the things that I started to feel was I was feeling a little bit stronger than I had been in the past, because I had gotten really weak from months of not working out or doing any physical activity or anything like that, and all the medication just taking everything out of me. That was the first thing I noticed. Then I started to notice one of the things that I had done was, I had experimented over the months with the medications, so I understood what each one of them would do to me if I didn't take it, or if I just took one shot, or only did one of the pills or something like that. So I understood extremely well what that medication was doing for me. So I wanted to see what the MMF was going to do for me, so I started to experiment with it. So one of the first things I started to do was I said, okay, I'm going to not take one of my shots, and I'm going to take this and see what it does for me. And sure enough, I guess probably 2-3 days later after trying it, I noticed the difference was, I noticed that the MMF was doing for me the same thing that one of my insulin shots was doing. And I was like, wow, okay, maybe there's something to it. So I kept going, but I kept waiting, but I was taking everything else, and slowly, up to this point, I got to a point where I'm no longer taking my insulin shots. And the MMF is actually taking the place of it. So whatever they have in it, it has done an amazing job for me. Because, again, one of the most important things that I wanted to do was get off the shots, and it's taken the place of that. And another point that I do want to make, again, I've continued to do all the other things as far as the medications are concerned, but I think that one of the biggest reasons I wanted to come off the shots was because the very first doctor that I saw in the hospital told me, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can get off these shots. You're going to have to do this the rest of your life. Well, as we see now, that's not true. And again, I haven't done anything else other than add the MMF to my routine, and it's taken the place of those insulin shots. So I'm thankful for that product. So again, for anybody out there, I would say still follow what your doctors say, but at least give the product a try and see what it does for you. It won't hurt. It can only make you healthier. So again, thanks, Rodney and Ann, for allowing me to share my story with you guys.
Well, excuse me. Well, thank you, Maurice. And it's a good thing that you didn't give up. I mean, that is such a powerful testimony and a clear, very clear example of what the body can do when introduced to the proper nutrients. Thank you for that wonderful testimony. But it doesn't stop there. Next, we're going to go to North Carolina, and we're going to hear from a gentleman who's certainly a nutritionist in the field of health and wellness. He studies it and he lives it. And he's also a leader in the company and breaking all kinds of records. And he's going to tell us why it is so special to him as well. Mr. James Little. James, can you hear me?
Yes, Ann, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank you for hosting the call and Rodney for putting the call together. And I appreciate the gentleman's testimony previously as well. And as you stated, I've been around health and nutrition for about 15 years or so. And my background, I've always been in athletics. I played high school football as well as college. And I've always tried to put things in my body from a natural source that I know that can improve my health. But I've always tried to be on the preventive side. A lot of times we wait till something happens before we try to address it. And that's one of the unique things about MMF that I really love is the body defense and how it's helping my immune system and fighting off oxidative stress. Some of the things I've experienced since being on the product is recovery from weightlifting. I still lift weights and I still exercise, and the recovery time has been off the charts. And also better sleep, mental clarity. I tell you, the product is just doing wonders. I've been taking it for only a little over a month and a half, and I just can't wait to get my body totally saturated with the MMF. And also, this company, Engage Global, who has an exclusivity on this product, rewards us for sharing it with other people. And as you stated, I've been able to come in the opportunity, and I was looking really to just promote the product. And for the first time in a long time, I'm promoting the product, and people are buying it, and I'm able to earn income as well. So they do pay you well part-time or full-time, and we have a great compensation plan. And one of the other benefits I like of the product is the science behind the product. You're talking about 7 patents and 14 clinical trials, and the product is put together in such a way, they call it the CQF factor, the combination, the quantity, and the form. So it does me well to know every day that I put this into my body, even though I don't know what may be going on the inside, this product can address and support my organs, my tissues, and the cells in the body and at the micro level. So I look forward to continued health with Engage Global and MMF, and continued success with the opportunity that it has afforded me this far, and for other individuals who we hope will lock arms with us and join us in this opportunity, Engage Global with MMF. So I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, James, and you're absolutely right. We have got to continue to get the word out, because this is truly something unique, and it's not a fly-by-night product, because it's backed by the proof, as you mentioned, by science and studies. So the proof is there, or as they say, the proof is in the pudding. Thank you for sharing that, James. Now, next we're going to switch up the call, and we're going to talk to one of our doctors, Dr. Michelle Millen from Florida, and I'm going to be asking Dr. Michelle some questions as to what interested her in the product. Dr. Michelle, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Ann.
Okay, wonderful. I'd like to ask you a few questions, and the first one I'd like to ask you is, when it comes to supplements, do we really need them?
Absolutely, we need them. We're definitely not getting the nutrition we need in the food that we eat, even if we're eating organic foods. We're not getting all the proper nutrition that we need, but also because of our exposure to toxins and stress, that also depletes the nutrition in our body. So definitely we need supplements.
Oh, well, thank you for answering that. Now, let me ask you this also. Now, you have introduced MMF to more than 20 patients that you have. What was it that you saw in the product, and why did you recommend it to those patients?
Well, whenever something new comes my way, I like to test it on myself and be the guinea pig and see if anything happens. And so when Rodney asked me to check it out, I said, sure, of course, send me some, I'll try it. And I did try it, and he checked on me probably about a week or maybe 2 weeks later to see what I thought, and I thought nothing. I just thought, oh, I'm not really feeling much from it, but that doesn't mean it's not working. I knew that was the case, but I didn't actually realize what I was feeling from it, and what I started to feel, and I realized this after I started to look at the research on the product and what the product was really about. And after Rodney had asked me if I was feeling anything, and I thought I was feeling nothing, I had looked at those videos, and then it dawned on me what I was feeling was pain in every part of my body that I ever had injury. And I guess I'm a little clumsy, so that was a lot of places. So and also, as a side point, in November I ran the New York Marathon. And you get a pounding on your body from that, especially at 50. So I had some pain in my knees. I had a shoulder injury. I had a wrist injury. I had broken my wrist about 30 years ago. I had an injury on my foot. And so every area that I'd ever had an injury in my body was feeling pain. And I knew it was these injuries, but I didn't realize or make the connection that it was because I was taking the MMF that I was starting to feel those areas and have pain in those areas. And it was because the MMF was going to work in allowing those areas to have repair, which I wasn't having pain until I started taking the MMF. So you would think that would be a negative thing, but I understood after I saw the research on the product and understood the product and made that connection with the timing of taking it, that the repair was starting to occur at a cellular level. And even if I thought that I had recovered or repaired those areas, they weren't repaired. And because of the MMF, it took about 4 or 5 days, and the pain went away. And the mobility that I have in any of those areas is far beyond what it was before. And I'm very active, and I do yoga. I still run. So it's not like I was incapacitated before. I wasn't at all. I was still active. It was just that there were some issues still in those areas where I'd had those injuries, and I wasn't as mobile as I could have been, and didn't even realize it until I started taking it, and those 4 or 5 days went by, and then I felt that mobility. So that was it for me. As soon as I realized what happened with myself, I had to start testing it on all my patients and see what could possibly happen with them. I think it's a foundational product. I think it's something that everybody can be on. I have noticed that some people who are maybe very toxic or have some extreme issues have to start out at a little bit lower dose, but understanding, just like I said, what could possibly happen if you explain to people that is the case, that or if they're talking to you about their response to it, not realizing we have the great videos that can be shared to help people understand what some of the responses can be, and making sure they're drinking enough water and resting as they might be going through that. And when they come out on the other side of it, they're going to feel awesome.
Wow, that is phenomenal. Now, let me ask you this. What if someone has, say, inflammation in the body? I know you mentioned you had several breaks and you felt pain. What might some of the symptoms be if they have inflammation and they're taking the MMF product and they're going through the process of detoxifying?
Yeah, it's like I said, they could feel an increase possibly in some of those symptoms. And it's just what happens whenever I start working with somebody and I'm doing a detox with them. When they start doing that detox, they can feel a little bit worse for a couple of days before they feel better. And when somebody calls me and tells me if they feel that way, I say, that's great. That means things are going to work. They just have to increase drainage. So that would be lymphatic drainage in particular, making sure their bowels are moving, making sure their kidneys are flushing, and help the body to eliminate those things. And if they have inflammation chronically, they may experience a little bit of an increase in maybe areas where they might have a little bit of pain, but it's actually a good thing. They just need to get past that short period of time, and then they'll feel better.
And that's how we know it's working. Wow, that is phenomenal. Now, if they're already taking other supplements, should they continue to take those?
That's a hard question to answer. It just depends on what particular reason they're taking those supplements for. If you mean like a multivitamin, are you talking about that?
Yes.
I would recommend now, if they're taking a multivitamin, that they should not take it, because the absorption of most of the multivitamins out there that I've seen will not be as good as the MMF. This is a product that affects you at a cellular level. It's not really, I wouldn't call it a supplement, because a supplement works on more of a surface level. This is actually giving you these micronutrients on a cellular level. And so I would have my clients stop taking most of the multivitamin type supplements that they're taking. If they're taking specific herbs or homeopathics, that's up to the practitioner and the patient. But for just a general multivitamin, I don't see anything on the market that's going to absorb the way that this does. And by the way, I always tell my clients, and most people may know this, but when you take the MMF, it's a fat-soluble product, and so you should take it with a healthy fat like avocado or coconut oil or something that's a healthy fat to allow that absorption to occur in a quicker fashion.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that healthy tip. I'll definitely have to try it with the olive oil. I was just taking, the avocado oil. So I'm open to trying new things as well that are healthy.
Yeah.
So thank you,
That's
Dr.
fine.
Michelle. That is fantastic. Go ahead.
I wanted to say, Ann, I wanted to just talk about one of my patients, because if you have
sure.
a second more.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
The very exciting thing that started to come in, it's only been a short period of time, a few weeks that I've been working with this product, and one of the most exciting things that I've had occur is one of my clients with a brain injury, which is a very difficult thing to support. You can do a few things nutritionally, a few things, and a few other things actually physically to help support that, like craniosacral therapy and some of the other things that I recommend, but it can be difficult sometimes to help support someone with a brain injury. And within the first week of him taking it, it was the biggest response he's had from any of the things he has tried to take, as far as feeling some clarity, some more clarity. And he's tried many, many things.
Wow.
And he said that was 10 years that he has tried to work on himself in regard to the brain injury. So that is one of the very exciting. I have a few others, but I'll save them for another time. But that was one of the most exciting things that I've seen with my clients so far is that man with a brain injury who saw that response so quickly within a week's period of time.
Wow, that is a phenomenal testimony with those type of results. Well, thank you, Dr. Michelle, for sharing with us not only your results, but why this product is so important. Wow. Now,
You're
based on the
welcome.
testimony, so thank you. Based on the testimony, as a great friend and partner of ours used to say, it's code blue. And as you heard from the testimony this evening, code blue for our health with a product that is multidimensional, from extra energy to helping us function on a daily basis, as well as pain relief, clarity, and the building and enrichment of the nutrients to our immune system to keep us healthy and to combat those, as James said, the oxidative stress forces. Well, to wrap it up, we are going to want to hear from Rodney. Rodney, can you share with us what motivated you on a crusade for this product?
Well, Ann, can you hear me, Ann?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Outstanding. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, Dr. Michelle, Maurice, and James. Thanks so much for your leadership. And again, Maurice is a military buddy. Maurice, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but our company is so powerful. What they do, they allow the military soldiers to get this product literally for free. All they have to pay for is their shipping and handling. And guys, that's an awesome benefit. They're giving back to the public. And the reason why they do that is because this product was never meant for the public whatsoever. It was only meant for the military, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Army. And what happened, because it was taken away from them, our company came in and said, hey, let's make a deal. We can get this back into the soldier's hands. So every time someone become a part of this company, our company give you opportunity to sponsor one veteran. They don't have to pay one penny out of their pocket for the product. They only pay for shipping and handling. But it's truly an amazing, amazing product. For myself, and I was going through a lot of pain at night. I mean, it was so painful for me just to put cover over my feet at night because it felt as though I had a stabbing pain in my feet. And I said, man, what can I do about this? I was trying everything. And, of course, when I received a phone call in regards to the product, I said, something, I have nothing to lose whatsoever. But I want you to understand this, everyone. I had no intention of getting back into the industry whatsoever. Had no intention of working another program whatsoever. But when I tried this product, I said, man, this is very interesting. And everyone I begin to share the product with, guess what? They begin to say, Rod, how can I get more products for myself? How can I use this product? And, and guess what? In a matter of less than 2 months, the team grew close to over 223 people in less than 2 months. And over $10,000 in volume in our organization. This month alone, over $12,000 in volume. Not that I didn't make that. That's how much product was sold to our organization just this month alone. From this month and last month, almost $18,000 of volume has been moved. And let me tell you why I say that. Because it gives you proof that this product works. People are reordering this product over and over again. From doctors to teachers to lawyers to fitness trainers. From every area of this the career professional career, people reordering this product because it actually do work, and we have an opportunity to share with other people. People say, Rodney, how did you get started? Well, when I came into this business, guys, I had a choice to make. Do I wish to become a customer, or do I wish to become a distributor? You know what I said? I said, I know plenty of people who want this product. I said, I will become a distributor. I invested $250, but let me say this right here, $39 in order to be a partner with this company that shared this opportunity, only $39. I had an opportunity to buy 1 box, 2 boxes, or 4 boxes, 5 boxes. I purchased 5 boxes of product. You know what I did with that product? I gave most of it away to my friends. Because wasn't really convinced. I said, hold on, maybe it was just me feeling excited about this product. But every single person I gave it to, they had the same type of response that I'm having. Some people, guess what? It took a little longer what happened for them, but it was happening for them. So I'm really excited about this opportunity. I'm excited about the new product they're rolling out in September. It's a liquid product. Now, you think the MMF Smart Pill is good? Wait till you try the liquid. I mean, it's incredible. Why? Because it crawls the blood-brain barrier a little less than 1 minute. The pill takes about 20 minutes, but 1 minute with the powder formulation. I'm so excited about it. I'm scared to tell you guys how much product I purchased for myself to pick up from the convention because my wife is on the other line right now. I don't want to hear right now how much I purchased. But guess what? But she'll be all right when she tried also, right? But the product is really good. We're having a really great time. We got a lot of dynamic believers, and we want to help you guys build an awesome organization. We want to help get the word out about this unique product that really not many people know about this product whatsoever. So I'm excited. I want to thank the leaders for being on this call. I want to thank you for inviting your guests and say, hey, tell your friends, hey, try the product out. You have nothing to lose. Try the product out and see the benefits for themselves. And I turn it back over to you, ma'am.
And thank you, Rodney. As you've heard, we really can't say enough about this product and about the benefits MMF is making. And while you always hear how important supplements are to the body, now is your chance to feel how important it is, and others will notice. And believe me, they're going to ask you what you're doing, and you're going to tell them MMF. With that said, I'd like to thank everyone on tonight's call, and have a great evening. So continue to share with others. Thank you.